There are a lot of new Battle Royale games being released every day due to the overwhelming demand of players. And the best thing about this genre is that it's a lot of fun and almost every Battle Royale game is a free-to-play game. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, it is Gromo. And today we have a list of the best new free-to-play Battle Royale PC games of 2021. And before we get into it, make sure to join the channel and subscribe. Maybe leave a like and a nice comment down below, it will help me a lot. Anyways, without further ado, number 10 is Super Mecha Champions. Super Mecha Champions is a new action shooter battle royale game that features mecha combats, and it's set in a futuristic city where battles take place in. In this game, you need to overcome opponents using weapons, robots, and vehicles. It's like a combination between Transformers and Battle Royale. The game follows the standard Battle Royale style, but with a futuristic twist. Each game begins with players being placed on an aircraft that flies across the map. And because the plane's course is unpredictable, the players must quickly pick a landing point and then parachute in. They must locate weapons, medical supplies, and protection as soon as they arrive. The game features different modes from duo battles, 10-player arena, and 100-player shootouts, and many other one-of-a-kind game modes to choose from, with boundless maps, a rich variety of scenarios, and a lot of combinations of vehicles. Coming next, number 9 is Greed: Abandoned Dogs. Greed: Abandoned Dogs is a new competitive battle royale third-person shooter game with a twist where you can travel back in time using a time machine to ancient civilizations where your sole goal is to survive, loot treasures, fight against soldiers of the past and other players, and escape before everyone else and be the last one standing. The game features two main modes, Plunder Mode and Survival Mode. In Plunder Mode, players have to fight against the environment and other player enemies, where they must look for treasures, loot them, and then escape with a maximum amount of money using a time machine. The second mode of the game is Survival Mode. In this mode, players have to survive, and only the last survival can return to the present time using the time machine we previously talked about. Anyways, the game ends when your opponents are dead, or you succeed to escape by time traveling. Next game, number 8, is Hyperscape. Hyperscape is a free-to-play first-person shooter battle royale game. The primary mode of the game is similar to other battle royale games in that up to 100 players are thrown into an arena that decreases over time, with players attempting to eliminate the other player rivals. One key difference between Hyperscape and other popular battle royale games is that instead of a circle reducing in size as the game progresses, random parts of the map collapse. Also, it differs in that when the last sector shuts, a crown emerges, and any player who can hold the crown for 60 seconds is proclaimed the winner. The game might also end when only one player or team remains. Throughout the game, players may find both weapons and unique powers known as hacks, such as transforming into a huge ball, becoming invisible, and many more. Next, number 7 is Brawl Falls. As you all can see, it's a free-to-play Fall Guys clone. Brawl Falls is a massively multiplayer party game with up to 60 players online in a free-for-all struggle through round after round of escalating chaos until one player remains. This game throws hordes of players against each other in an online race through growing chaos until only one player survives. As players race towards the end, they have to face unexpected obstacles, and they have to push through furious players and overcome the impending laws of physics. The game is really fun, especially with friends, and the best thing about it is that it's free to play, unlike Fall Guys, which costs $20. So that's a win for players who want to play Fall Guys for free. Next, number 6 is Last Shot. Last Shot is an upcoming first-person shooter BR game. In this game, you play against other players and you take turns attacking, defending, kicking, screaming, shooting, and fighting to be the last man standing. The game looks decent and has some potential. It's not my favorite game in this list, but we just have to wait and see what Last Shot will bring to the table. Next, number 5 is Gladiators: Screech of Steel. Gladiators: Screech of Steel is a free multiplayer battle royale game where you can create your own unique character, buy weapons and armor, and participate in gladiator battles. Players will use different weapons, shields, and armor, like axes, hammers, sledgehammers, swords, daggers, spears, and even brass knuckles and scissors to attack. Also, they can use breast armor, shoulder traps, and greaves to defend and protect themselves from enemy attacks. All weapons and armors in this game are reconstructed on the basis of a real reference to create an atmosphere of the ancient era. In this game, skill is more important than equipment, as the fighting system is based on the player's skill and actions. Battles are conducted only with real opponents in various battle modes: quick battle, sandbox, and single elimination, where up to 10 players can participate in a lobby at the same time, and only one team can survive and win the match. Next on the list, number 4 is Spellbreak. Spellbreak is a free-to-play class-based third-person shooter video game that, unlike other shooters, employs gauntlets that fire magical spells instead of weapons. In addition, players can use powers and special moves such as flight, teleportation, and invisibility. Current game modes include Battle Royale, Domination, and 5v5 mode to fit different tastes of players. Spellbreak is a unique free-to-play Battle Royale game that needs more exposure and players. It's a solid game, competing at the level of some big Battle Royale titles like Fortnite and Apex. Next, number 3 is Blood Hunt. Blood Hunt is a Battle Royale game developed and published by Sharkma and planned for release later this year as a free-to-play game for PC. Blood Hunt is set in the streets and on the rooftops of a modern city, where you take control of a vampire with abnormal powers, in the middle of a vampire war. Players have to battle both each other and an entity who exterminate vampires. They can choose to fight on their own or in teams, and use ranged weapons, melee weapons, and vampiric powers. Players also need to conceal their identities as vampires from humans, chase them at night, and feed on their blood to grow in power. Blood Hunt is a thrilling free-to-play Battle Royale game where players can use supernatural powers, weapons to dominate the night and be the strongest vampire before hunters become hunted if they do not require enough powers during the night. Coming next, number 2 is Scavengers. Scavengers is a competitive open-world survival Battle Royale game that combines aspects of exploration, combat, and team-based survival. During the first phase, teams of 3 have to travel through an open world, scavenging resources in order to improve equipment, weapons, and tools. Each team must venture further and further into the map in order to accomplish objectives, while competing against other teams. Eventually, the game ends when a team manages to escape the map or kill all other teams. The characters are divided into 8 different classes, each has unique weapons and abilities, which can be upgraded over the course of a game. Players must also protect themselves from the cold and hunger, otherwise they will die of ice or starvation. These survival aspects are important enough to force teams to manage their resources and the way they play. And finally, number 1 is The Division Heartlands. The Division Heartlands is an upcoming free-to-play Battle Royale game by Ubisoft. We still have little to no information about the specific details of the game, but we know that it's going to be released by the end of this year or early next year. The game is a continuation of the Division franchise, and if it's done correctly, this game could be the best Battle Royale game of next year, potentially passing Warzone and Fortnite. The major unique thing about the Division Heartlands has to be the realistic approach, which is lacking in other Battle Royale games. We could only find it in games like PUBG or Warzone, and those two are huge BR games. And the Division Heartlands could absolutely join them. We just have to wait and see. And that's it for today. If you want to support our work, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And as always, stay home, stay safe, play games, and peace out.